Hey everyone, and welcome back to Dayum. As human beings, we all strive to be as effective as we can be, the best model of ourselves, whether in sports, our families, our jobs, our hobbies, and even our finances. And although the first half of that list is a massive contribution to what we all want, I think we can all agree that it is the last, our finances, that many of us are most preoccupied with. One way we can aim to improve ourselves in that area is to look at how those machines at the top of the world's conveyor belt of abundance are doing things. What makes them tick? What are they doing that is so effective to achieve what they have achieved? Ever thought about what Mark Zuckerberg does in the morning that much different to you? Or what is on Elon Musk's daily diet that keeps him in a billionaire mindset throughout his day? The habits of highly effective people have to be in any sane person's mind a subject that deserves the utmost reverence, since it has to play a substantial contributing factor to how their day unfolds, since they constitute a vast proportion of it, no? Well, logic and results would dictate that it certainly does. Indeed, these are habits we all can assimilate to. Today, we are going to be talking about one of those very highly effective people, Tim Cook. Cook can be seen as a protege of one of the most outstanding entrepreneurs and the heir to a tech giant dynasty, replacing Steve Jobs as Apple's CEO after being personally handpicked by him as his successor in 2011. His skills as a commander-in-chief of Apple soon became abundantly apparent after the popularity and growth of the company skyrocketed under his reign, making him one of the most talked about individuals in the industry. This was only to add to his already admired achievements of cracking the sought-after industry code on how to deliver to customers faster with his innovative just-in-time manufacturing, and not to mention reducing Apple's on-hand inventory. Everybody wanted to know what is going on in the mind of the heir to a tech empire that just kept taking him from strength to strength. Well, we've been asking the same question and are going to delve into the day in the life of Tim Cook with the aim to give a wholesome insight into what goes into operating one of the most successful minds in the world. Keep an eye out for any glimpse of any potential success lifestyle nuggets. Before we start, smash the like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified when we post new videos. So how does his day begin? Well, his day reportedly starts at 3:45 a.m. So while the majority of us are deep into REM sleep zone and dreaming of the lives that we want to work towards, the leader of the largest company in the world is up and ready to seize his day. Now, most of us can read our emails over a morning coffee or commute to work. Not Tim Cook. He racks up to 800 emails overnight and spends his first waking hour wading through and prioritizing and preference to replying strictly to customer feedback. Cook gave us insight into why he personally decides to interact with the mountain of mail instead of simply getting an aide to do so. He said that it is through sifting through user comments and feedback that he has a chance to intimately focus and connect with the external people that are the wheels that drive Apple forward. With the user's needs at the center of the focus, companies have no other option but to grow in the right direction. And as I'm sure all customers would agree, having a CEO like that can only make you like him more. After stirring his mental cogs on the computer, Cook sits down to a healthy and hearty breakfast, usually consisting of 2 scrambled egg whites, a rich source of protein for the day, accompanied with a leaner and fewer calories alternative of turkey bacon and sugar-free cereal with unsweetened almond milk. After nutritionally fueling his body, Cook then ventures to work out between the hours of 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. He has his own gym in an undisclosed location away from Apple headquarters to ensure a space in which he is completely detached from the world of tech. The area's solitude must play a significant role in the morning formation of his mind. Cook himself owes a lot to his workout regime, since he self-attributes his morning workout ritual to helping keep stress at bay. Concurrently, he is a self-professed fitness nut. This is probably no surprise for someone who's expected to run the world's largest company. An acute sense of calm helps navigate through the cutthroat moments of the day. Next is probably the most relatable start of the morning to any that most of us may experience. He grabs a coffee at his local Starbucks. Although it may not be the carefree sip of South American cocoa beans, we all enjoy it because they're punctuated with another onslaught of his vast email list. Well, we didn't say it was 100% relatable, right? He had to have a Tim Cook edge to it all. Once he arrives at Apple Park, he has settled into his office the day of meetings unveil. Up until now, Cook has nothing but a calm demeanor. However, it is known that in the workspace, Cook has very little time for unscheduled individuals or happenings. He is hardly surprising to see, given his very scheduled approach to his day. He appreciates the same in others. In fact, it is an established ethos within Apple HQ that superiors first screen all staffers that are scheduled to meet with Cook that day to make sure that they are prepared to meet with him that day. There is no time for incorrect meetings or time wasting on either party. However, more importantly, they are prepped on how to answer his questions, of which he is known to be in copious possession. In fact, testimonials of close former staffers of Cook's reveal that it is just in his nature to push the boat out on very concept, and the best way to do that is with new questions. A former operations executive and close worker with Cook, Steve Doyle, says that to answer the questions right with Cook is to move up his ladder of confidence. He stated, "He'll ask you 10 questions, and if you answer them right, he will ask you 10 more. If you do this for a year, he'll start asking you 9 questions. Get one wrong, and he'll start asking you 20 or 30. This schoolboy curiosity that is key in helping Apple cruise the frontier of the tech world is also where the ruthless leader in Cook can be seen. It has been reported that in meetings in which a staffer had attended unprepared answers, he swiftly dismissed the individual, simply stating, "Next." Then it is said that he continued with his meeting agenda, and although this on some personal level espouses draconian leadership, it is not hard that all his actions are driven for the sole intent of moving Apple forward. This rigor and passionate intent are a known emblem of Cook, which he no doubt adopted or nurtured with Steve Jobs himself. And this was no more evident amongst his staffers than at any time when the review performance of Apple's progress in China returned negative. Within 30 minutes, he had an operations aide flying out to China with no luggage one way. This vision and immediate action taking is representative of his ability to see no obstacle, personal, metaphysical, or in terms of space in his way of Apple's future growth. So once this first round of meetings with all of its juicy corporate nuances is complete, Cook returns to a slice of seeming regularity and has his lunch in the company cafeteria. Pretty regular, right? Not a bad touch from the guy upstairs. He uses this time similarly to his morning engagement with user feedback to find out what's on the minds, workloads, and agendas of the employees of Apple. Again, similar to his previously stated view that it is the opinions of those that keep Apple afloat and that drives growth, he takes an insight into their unique perspective of Apple from an insider's point of view and finds ways to integrate their views and ideas into the overall growth plan of the corporation. Not only is this endearing to his employees to be able to have a bite with the boss, but it also allows their inclusion in the overgrowth of the corporation is starkly evident. In turn, externally building fantastic rapport with a workforce. It contributes to Apple's surge since his arrival and signifies the trait of a great leader. In this light, it reshapes the perspective of leadership regarding the ability to tend to all the Apple's bodies while still maintaining the company's core fabric. This is visibly evident with his stereotypical leadership affection of being the last one to leave the office at the end of the day. This poetically rings true and emphasizes Cook's idea of a corporation as one of colonel in the armed forces, who is the first one on and the last one off the battlefield, or a captain of a streamliner who's always the last to ashore. However, do not let the arduous scenery fool you. There are no long nights for Tim Cook. This all unfolds just in time for him to be in bed by 8:45 p.m. So while some of us have probably just put our feet up after having our dinner or turning into our favorite evening TV program, Cook has completed a 12-hour workday and is now tucking into a 7-hour sleep. That's quite the shift from the man at the top of the world's largest corporation corporation and quite the eye-opener for many aspiring to be in a world or model after such accomplishment. Quite a lot has been said of the comparison between successor and predecessor, Job and Cooks, about where they share strengths and where they differ. But one thing is for sure, irrespective if you are on either side of the fence as to which CEO approach is better, it cannot be denied that the love, intent, and sheer passion of the company is something that is evident in the sheer makeup of both of these great tech giants. While you are here, go ahead and click one of these 2 videos on your screen. Like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified whenever we upload new content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.